Hello there and welcome to the Marketing SOS Show. I am your host, Eric Yee. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. And for those of you that haven't listened in the past, the show is where I help people out with their marketing questions. From small business owners to students to career marketers, whatever question they got, I'm here to help you. No matter how small, no matter how big, I'm here for you. So drop me a line at eric@marketingsos.ca and I'd be happy to help with whatever it is that you got. So on today's episode, we have a question from Marie, who's wondering whether she can offer additional services at her new agency beyond just marketing. So it's an interesting question and one that has an obvious answer, but it raises some further questions just because you can. Should you? Now, this is something that I always kind of look at in my businesses or in my life, whatever job that I'm working, is something that I think we should all look at. Yes, there's a lot of things we can do, but should we do it? Is it the right thing? Not only morally is it the right thing, but is it the right thing for you, for us? Yeah, sometimes people put giant piles of money in front of you, but taking it now is appealing in the short run, but will it be good in the long run? So looking at things from that perspective, I always like looking at the long game. So I would encourage you to do so as well, just because this is life. Hopefully your life is long and you got to play for keeps in the long game, not just for the short-term gains. So let's hear from Marie just after this. So Marie writes, "Hello, Eric. I'm in the process of starting a company. This company would mainly provide people with services as digital marketing, graphic design, online strategy, etc. Now, do you think it's okay to start providing financial reports and financial services for clients as well? Would it be okay to provide marketing and financial services from the same company? Is it recommended? Is it okay to have a company that provides clients with digital marketing services and financial services? Thanks in advance, Marie." Hey, Marie. Well, technically there's nothing wrong and nothing preventing you from offering all these services. Though for someone just starting out, you sure seem to be spreading yourself out pretty thin right from the get-go. Can you really offer all these services at a competent level to keep all your clients happy and recommending you? Is the question I'd be asking yourself. Now, if the answer is yes, you have a great staff, you can handle it, they're all competent, no problems, they're all rock stars, you can still offer all these services. Many large consulting companies offer a whole suite of services like these, so you should be fine. Now, yes, there could be a bit of direct conflict between the services and the fact that you're controlling the company's books, but this is where they have to do their own duty of care and their own due diligence to ensure the accuracy of information and to have a third-party auditor check over everything. So yes, you can do it. Should you? Is the question. If you can deliver all these services without sacrificing the quality of any one of them, and you don't want to specialize in a single area, then I say go for it. Now, when I mentioned earlier that big agencies do all these services, they just open their doors and start with all of them. They may have if they had a huge capital and a huge venture capital behind them, but most of them usually don't. They start off in one, they build, they specialize, they hear from what clients, what they need, they may hire someone on or contract someone else to do that, and they grow from there. So just be wary of trying to be an expert in all things and starting off so broadly that you can't deliver on the core of your business is what I would recommend. So Marie, thank you for the question. I know this was a short answer. It was a short question, but the answer is short and sweet. Like I said at the top of the show, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Honestly, if this was me, I would focus on my core business, become very competent at it, and then maybe look at adding things on afterwards, if it makes sense, and I can do it without sacrificing the quality of everything else that I've been building. Now, with just starting up, I don't know anything about your situation or your employees, what your capacity is, but I would strongly look at this. And I encourage everyone out there listening, don't spread yourself too thin. Yes, we're not always able to be in control of our day or in control of what we're working on. If you're working for a company, or even if you're running your own business, you might have to do all the boring stuff like make payroll and things like that. But this is where you need to prioritize your time and what is really going to move the needle for your business. So, Marie, if you want to do digital marketing, what if your financial services side starts taking off? Are you going to be happy turning into a financial services consulting company? Ask yourself that question. I think it's time for a good hard look in the mirror. And honestly, everyone out there listening, I think we're all probably overdue and can do with some truth seeking or looking at ourselves in the mirror. And right now with everything going on in the world with COVID-19, us being in lockdown and all the civil unrest going on, it's probably a good time to step back and evaluate things. So on that somber note, this is where I say, we're wrapping the show up for this week. If you got a question, drop me a line at eric@marketingsos.ca. I am here for you. And if you could leave the show a ratings and review and whatever podcast player you listen to, it goes a long way to helping the show out, helping me build this thing up and keep going along to the future. So please do that. I'd really appreciate it. And if you don't, thank you anyways for just thinking about it. So with that, my name is Eric E. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, I'm out.